Again, everybody. Welcome back to my stream for Final Fantasy VI Advance. We are in part 30, after spending an embarrassing 2 parts climbing up the Fanatic's Tower, including one failed attempt. We have obtained the Soul of Thamasa, and now have the almighty dual cast ability equipped to Terra, so we are going to be completely ruining some random monster's day in the near future. Here. So, next thing we want... So, the next place we want to go to is... Actually, we have a whole bunch of Espers that just learned abilities, so let's get them switched around. Let's see... Oh no, he's still on Re-Raise. Mog, however, knows Drain now, so let's get him on... Let's get him on Valley Garmanda so he can start upping his magic. Alright, so let's see. So the next place we want to go to is, let's actually go to the auction house so I can show you just how annoying this stupid thing is. Because there's actually a mini quest here in the auction house that will lead into our next area and will allow us to get one of the Game Boy Advance exclusive Espers. First, oh, I don't have enough Gil, so actually we're not going to go here just yet. Let's actually go to Nakia so we can get one of the other Game Boy Advance exclusive Espers. Right. So, there we are. Okay, so this is going to be a boss battle, so make sure you save. And there's an inn in Nakia, so you can just rest up there. Now, if you did not get the Water Rondo in the World of Balance, then this is your last chance, or this is your one and only chance in the World of Ruin to obtain it. So bring Mog if you don't already have it. Actually, on second thought, I don't think I want to be bringing Realm with me into this. I want to bring a heavy hitter. So let's actually drop Realm back off at the airship. Okay, so let's actually take Sabin and, do we need Mog? Not really, so let's take Edgar with us. Let's get the original gang back together. Okay, let's see here. Let's get Edgar his Hero's Ring, and we'll give him a ribbon. And then Sabin gets his usual pair of earrings. Of course, we have all these new Espers to start teaching people stuff with. Alright. So, back to Nakia. Once again, save before entering. And now we're going to go and hop the ferry back to South Figaro. Come on, out of the way, NPC. Seriously? Alright, now it might take 1 or 2 rides on the ferry before... Oh, never mind. Here he comes. We get to fight Leviathan. So as with all bosses, the goal is to output as much damage onto this guy as quickly as possible. And Leviathan, being a water monster, is weak to lightning. Oh, that was annoying. Oh, and of course, both of them are dead. Alright, and that is the one underwater battle you will have in the World of Ruin. It is only on the Game Boy Advance version. It's not on any other version of 6. But we just got a new Magicite, which teaches a new spell. It teaches Flood, which is the one water attack or the one water spell. It's actually a new spell added in the Advance version. And I think it also has a decent level up bonus as well. Let's check real quick. Well, no. Stamina +2. Stamina isn't really a useful ability, or isn't really a necessary stat. Not even sure what it really does. Most of the other stats actually have meaningful impacts. I think stamina just reduces, or is for your physical defense, which, especially this late in the game, really doesn't matter all that much. Because most enemies are attacking via magic, or you have equipment that boosts your evade so high you're dodging most attacks anyway. Or your equipment just boosts your defense so high that you're taking, like, no damage. Alright, so now, let's see here. We still need another 200k. Or, yeah, so let's go and do some training. Yes, I know, on-screen grinding? Well, there's a reason for this. We're going to the Cactuar Desert. And it's also a really good thing that we brought Edgar and Sabin along, since they have those auto-hit, or they have those guaranteed hit weapons. Now, the Cactuar Desert is over here, south of Miranda, this little area right here. There are only 2 enemies you will ever encounter in this area. You will encounter Cactuars, or you will encounter, I think they're sandworms. But the goal here is to kill 10 Cactuars. Cactuars are really nice because they give 10 AP, 10,000 gold, and no XP. No, slagworm is what they're called. Slagworms, on the other hand, only give 5 AP and 5,000 gold, I think? But they also are really annoying and deal a lot of damage. Oh, and they like to counterattack. Oh, 10,000. Okay, they give the same amount of money, 10,000. And they give an okay amount of experience, but right now, experience is not what you really want to be getting. It's you want to be getting the AP so you can learn all the espers and then redistribute the espers. And you want to redistribute your espers so that way everybody can learn every spell, and you can also get the benefits of all the different level ups. And also, slagworms deal a lot of damage, so you have to constantly re-heal your guys every fight. And we only seem to ever encounter slagworms. Actually, I am not healing Locke simply because of the Valiant Knife. And because he has plenty of health. Terra, on the other hand, because of her reduced stats from the Curse Shield, we need to keep healing her, and we need to make sure she stays nice and topped up. Or all stuff like that happens. Alright, come on, where are the Cactuars? They're not supposed to be rare encounters. I don't know why it's taking so long to actually fight one. Of course, now I'm outside the desert. There's a cactuar. Okay, so cactuars have ridiculously high evade, so the only way to hit them is with Saban's Blitzes or Edgar's Tools. More specifically, the Phantom Rush or the Drill. They dodged pretty much everything else. As you can see, they give some pretty nice rewards. Alright, time to start redistributing some Espers. Alright, 1 down, 9 to go. And of course we get another slide room. Okay, they are vulnerable to instant death. That's what I thought. You can also use Ultima on Cactuars, but that's kind of a waste because, yeah, Ultima is an expensive spell, and they only appear one at a time. Let's see here. There we go. No more having to deal with Sandstorm. Just make sure you have plenty of MP with you guys. Oop, that's bad. There we go. Get Terra her MP back. Alright. Well, we're getting pretty close to the amount of gil that we need, so if we don't encounter any more cactuars, we'll instead go on to a different subquest. This is one of the best places to get money in the game. Actually, it's probably the best place to get money in the game. Oh, that's awkward. Well, that's really awkward. Okay, 3 more fights. So we need 500,000 gil to do the quest that we're trying to pull off. Or to do what we need to do in the auction house. Yay, it's finally another cactuar! We should be learning some magic after this one. Alright. Oh, of course. Hey, more cactuars! Alright, well, we have the half mil that we need, so let's go to the auction house. Alright. So, welcome to Jador, as we've been to before. This is home of the auction house, one of, if not the most frustrating aspects of this game. The auction house only ever has one thing available at the time, and there are like 3 dud items that you cannot do anything about and do nothing but waste time. And here you can actually obtain additional heroes rings. There are like 4 normally obtained in the game. The problem is that it costs an arm and a leg. The auctioneer will always ask you twice to throw in a bid. The first bid is completely meaningless. Yeah, we are not spending... While Heroes Rings are very useful, because they're basically a combination of the Gigas Glove and Earring in a single relic, we don't need to spend 50k right now, because there's one item in here that we need that costs 100k. Also, every time the auction finishes, you have to exit the auction house and go back inside and talk to this guy. So, the auction is annoying. So let's see, what do we have? Okay. And we have the Hero's Ring again. By the way, winning or losing the auction does not have any effect whatsoever on the next auction. By the way, this little kid right here will be your worst enemy while doing the auction house, and you'll see why if one of the dud items shows up. Oh, here we go. It doesn't matter how much money you have, there is no way to actually win this auction. Listen to your father, kid. Sure, let's bid 30,000 gil. In the world of balance, the dud item is the Talkobo, which is a talking chocobo. In the world of Ruin, there are 2 dud items. One, the robotic imp that you just saw. The other is a 1/128th, I think it is, piece of Setzer's airship, the Blackjack. Yeah. And it doesn't matter how much, even if you have over 1,000,000 gil, you cannot outbid the father and his kid. And we're back to the Hero's Ring. Alright, come on. By the way, the item that we're trying to get in the auction house is another one of those Game Boy Advance exclusive items. It's not something that you can get in the original SNES or PS1 versions of the game. And of course, if he keeps selling Heroes Rings, we're probably never going to actually get to see it. Here we go again. Yep. Now what we're actually trying to do is we're trying to obtain a sword. Because there is a sword sold in the auction house in the Game Boy Advance version, but for some reason it doesn't want to show up. I'll do one more auction. If it doesn't show up after this auction, then we'll just move on to something else and I'll come back for it later. And of course, it would be the Robo Imp. Sorry, we're going to do one more actual auction that you can participate in. And then, if it doesn't show up, we'll continue on to do something else. Well, either way, after the next auction, we're going to split off the video, so... You probably just broke it, too. Okay, looks like we're not doing anything after that, or we're not doing anything else here. Because all they're doing is selling Heroes Rings and that stupid talking imp. Actually, what we will do is we will pick up that Heroes Ring, though, just so we can have a second one to give to Edgar. And actually, we want to make our way. So we're going to next go back to Figaro Castle, because there's some other stuff that we can do over there. But first, let's get out of town. And we're going to drop a save, and then I'm going to go ahead and split off the video, and I'll be back in about 2 minutes. So see you in a little bit, and stay tuned.